Sejak bertahun-tahun lamanya dunia luar, khususnya dari Barat, membentuk gambaran tentang Malaysia melalui lensa mereka sendiri. Laporan demi laporan, dokumentari demi dokumentari, artikel demi artikel, semuanya seolah-olah menceritakan kisah yang sama. Malaysia digambarkan sebagai negara yang kononnya tidak selamat, tidak maju, masyarakatnya tertutup, rakyatnya tidak mesra, sistemnya ketinggalan zaman, dan budayanya sering dipandang rendah. Tanpa kita sadar, naratif ini meresap ke dalam pikiran jutaan manusia di luar sana. Mereka percaya tanpa pernah menjejakkan kaki, mereka menghakimi tanpa pernah mengenal. Tetapi persoalannya, adakah semua itu benar? Atau sebenarnya, dunia telah ditipu? Hari ini semakin ramai orang Barat sendiri mula bersuara. Pelancong, ekspatriat, YouTuber, pelajar, pekerja profesional. Mereka datang ke Malaysia dengan jangkaan yang dibina oleh media Barat. Namun, apa yang mereka temui langsung tidak sepadan dengan apa yang selama ini diceritakan. Mereka terkejut, terpaku, malah ada yang malu mengakui bahwa selama ini mereka percaya kepada gambaran palsu tentang Malaysia. Mereka menjangka sebuah negara yang kaku, tetapi yang mereka temui adalah senyuman. Mereka menjangka masyarakat yang dingin, tetapi yang menyambut mereka adalah keikhlasan. Mereka menjangka kekacauan, tetapi yang mereka lihat adalah keharmonian pelbagai kaum, agama dan budaya hidup bersama. Mereka menjangka kemunduran, tetapi yang mereka temui adalah kemodernan yang tersusun, teknologi yang berfungsi, dan rakyat yang berdisiplin. Lebih mengejutkan, ramai antara mereka mengakui satu perkara yang sama. Kami tidak diberitahu kebenaran tentang Malaysia. Ada yang berkata, media kami menipu kami. Ada yang mengaku, kami dibesarkan dengan persepsi yang salah. Dan ada juga yang jujur mengatakan, Malaysia jauh lebih baik daripada apa yang kami bayangkan. Mengapa perkara ini berlaku? Siapa yang menentukan naratif tentang sesebuah negara? Mengapa kebaikan jarang diangkat, tetapi keburukan dibesar-besarkan? Dan mengapa apabila Malaysia melakukan sesuatu yang betul, ia jarang menjadi tajuk utama media antarabangsa? Video ini bukan untuk memuji secara membuta tuli. Bukan propaganda. Ini adalah reality. Berdasarkan pengalaman sebenar orang, Barat sendiri yang datang, tinggal, bekerja dan hidup di Malaysia, mereka yang menyaksikan sikap rakyatnya, merasai keselamatan berjalan di malam hari, serta menikmati nilai kemanusiaan yang semakin jarang ditemui di banyak tempat lain. Jika selama ini Anda tertanya-tanya sejauh mana Malaysia dikenali di mata dunia, dan sejauh mana dunia telah disesatkan oleh naratif Barat sebelah, video boy ini akan membuka mata Anda, bukan melalui emosi semata-mata, tetapi melalui suara mereka sendiri yang akhirnya berkata, Malaysia bukan seperti yang media Barat ceritakan. Dan mungkin selepas ini satu soalan besar perlu kita tanyakan kepada dunia. Siapa sebenarnya yang menipu, Malaysia atau media Barat?
It's my first day in Kuala Lumpur. I've never been to Malaysia before, so I'm so excited to explore. We've just come out and we're going to head to one of the malls here. The one we've come to is called the Pavilion, and it looks like there's loads of cafes here. Just walking into it now, but there's so much. Oh my god, they've got an Elan. Didn't know they had these in Malaysia. The first thing we're going to do today is go grab ourselves a morning coffee. So let's find a coffee shop. So they have an Arabica coffee. We've got to go in here. All of the Arabica coffee shops are just so nice.
Could I please get a hot Spanish latte? That size, please. And can I get it with oat milk, please?
It did have a lid on, so the latte art is kind of ruined, but it still looks good. Oh, that's nice, yeah. Arabica Spanish lattes, the best. There are so many different types of shops in this mall. Like, we've even got a Lululemon, got a Cotton On, Levi's. I am definitely going to have to do some shopping in here at some point. There's just so much. Oh my god, you guys, it is so festive in here. Look at these Christmas trees. We're actually going to be in Malaysia for the next month, so we've got so much time here. So if there's anything that you think I should go see, things to do, any kind of just recommendations, please let me know.
The biggest culture shock about moving from America to Asia is not what you would think. It's not how affordable the food is. It's not how friendly the people are here or how everything is so convenient. It's that people do not tip here. And it's such a weird thing to get used to, because where I'm from, you have to tip for a coffee at Starbucks. You have to tip for every meal you go, and sometimes you even have to tip at McDonald's. But here, in most places in Asia, it's not a very customary thing to do. I was just out at a really nice restaurant getting some really nice nasi lemak and a really nice like high-end scale cafe. Really quality, not just like the local places, but the actual very nice high quality cafes and restaurants. And it's just not really a thing to do because everything's already included in the bill and they don't expect you to tip. You, of course, can leave if you want, but no one really cares if you tip or not. Whereas if you're from the US or America or some places in Europe, it's crazy. The tipping.
Something I really love about Malaysia, as someone who's lived in Malaysia for about half my life, no, it's not the food, it's not the people. Yes, I do love them all, but there is something that I think not many foreigners know about. And that is, of course, that once you come to Malaysia, you don't have to go outside of Malaysia. That means you don't have to go outside of Malaysia to get some medical procedure done. You don't have to go outside of Malaysia to get anything done because actually Malaysia is advanced to such a level where it practically has everything that you might imagine to the top level. For example, 2 weeks ago, I went to get a hair transplant done. By the way, have a look. All the redness is gone. I'm feeling completely fine. That's because it was done by some of the top professionals. I've been watching videos online of people flying to Turkey to get it done, of people flying wherever else to get it done, and guess what? I've always seen those recovery videos of people looking like Megamind, you know. I was expecting to be having this kind of reaction. Lucky for me, this is how I look after 2 weeks. Obviously, everyone is gonna have a different reaction, this and that. The point is, my friends from Russia, my friends from Europe were messaging me and saying, wow, we didn't know that Malaysia has this kind of procedures. We didn't know that you can get this done in Malaysia. That's awesome. And why can it be awesome for them, by the way, is because the price in Malaysia for this top kind of quality that you can get here is reasonable. And this is just one procedure. When I was 11 years old, I had my tonsils removed here, so that's like a whole different kind of a surgery, right? And guess what? I didn't even have to pay for it. The insurance covered it. So that's another nice thing about living in Malaysia. The insurance, I guess, maybe was a little bit more generous about 10 years ago. Yeah, but I'm not here complaining. You have everything here. You don't have a reason to even go out of here. So yeah, terima kasih Malaysia. Since I came here when I was 11 years old, still living here, and even for a vacation, Langkawi, Port Dickson, once in a while, I guess it's nice to go somewhere, yeah? But mana-mana pun boleh di sini lah, support local dan eleksi bro, budak kampung selalu.
Untuk memahami mengapa persepsi terhadap Malaysia sering bercanggah dengan realiti, kita perlu melihat bagaimana naratif antarabangsa dibentuk. Banyak maklumat tentang negara Asia Tenggara disampaikan melalui media barat yang menilai, menggunakan sudut pandang dan kepentingan mereka sendiri. Akibatnya, konteks tempatan sering diabaikan dan isu terpencil diperbesar sehingga membentuk gambaran tidak seimbang. Malaysia kerap dilaporkan melalui isu politik, kaum dan agama tanpa penjelasan menyeluruh. Namun data dan pengalaman lapangan menunjukkan gambaran berbeza. Dari segi keselamatan, Malaysia berada pada tahap baik dengan kadar jenayah ganas yang rendah, membolehkan pelancong bergerak bebas di kawasan bandar. Ini diakui oleh ramai warga asing yang menetap lama di negara ini. Dari sudut pembangunan, Malaysia bukan negara mundur. Infrastruktur, perkhidmatan kesihatan, perbankan digital, dan sistem kerajaan dalam talian berfungsi dengan baik serta setara dengan negara maju. Keharmonian sosial dalam masyarakat berbilang kaum juga menjadi kekuatan utama dengan interaksi harian yang aman dan stabil. Selain itu, layanan rakyat yang mesra, kos sara hidup berpatutan dan kepelbagaian, makanan berkualiti tinggi sering dipuji warga asing. Kesimpulannya, perbezaan persepsi dan realiti tentang Malaysia berpunca daripada naratif media yang tidak seimbang. Apabila dinilai melalui pengalaman sebenar, gambaran terhadap Malaysia berubah sepenuhnya. Bukan sempurna, tetapi jauh lebih baik daripada apa yang sering digambarkan.
I'm here at the Polish Embassy in Malaysia, and today there is an election, so there is a lot of Polish people coming in and out. And I've decided to ask them about their experience about living in Malaysia. How long have you been living in Malaysia for?
Well, it's 16 years now.
We moved last August, which is a year and a half nearly.
Almost 2 years.
I have been in Malaysia for the last 7 years.
9 years now.
Oh, we are here only for 3 days.
What do you like the most about Malaysia?
Well, if we're not talking about the food, and we should always talk about food, which is splendid. You know, the weather, the people, the friendliness of the Malaysians here. They make you feel you are home, so you feel like home.
I like people and how happy and content they are.
The weather, I think. No winters, first of all. Summer whole year.
Country is very beautiful, has of natural beautiful trails. The weather is fantastic. I love to travel to the islands. It's beautiful.
It's really beautiful. I think here in the capital city, the skyscrapers, the organization, because I think it's quite good here.
We like it very much here. The people and food and the options for travels.
We do like it. The air quality is not the best. I think that's the only downhill, and apart from that, we love it here.
And what is the biggest difference between Malaysia and Poland?
That's very difficult for me to say because I spent most of my life abroad in Asia, Philippines, Singapore, and here. You know, those differences, cultural difference. But I think people are more relaxed here. They don't pay so much attention to the small things which are not so important. They enjoy life.
Is it something Polish people that they could learn from Malaysians?
Yeah, I think be happy. I think Malaysian people are generally happy, and I think this is what we miss in Poland. We just don't appreciate things we have.
Definitely to be more relaxed and laid back and stress less and be less anxious.
How to relax, how to chill a little bit more, how to be more optimistic maybe?
For being optimistic and very friendly.
Yeah, I think just the attitude towards the life, daily lives and the problems they have, they're just solving them slowly. And then also, you know, they have something which we are missing now in the Europe, in Poland. They are still very attached to family, all those values, and they are helping people to cope with the differences and tough times here.
What's your favorite Malaysian dish? The last question.
I think it's a little bit too spicy for me, like Malaysian food in general, but I really like fruit. So yeah, I think Malaysian fruit, I would say,
is roti canai.
Nasi lemak.
That's a tough one because we're vegetarian. There's not many options, and my husband is from India, so we like Indian food. So I'd probably say some sort of vegetarian, Indian, Malaysian flavors. Naan. Thosai. Oh, yeah, thosai, South Indian food. Yeah. Banana leaf. Banana leaf.
It would be more Chinese, I guess, but my favorite is bak kut teh. But of course there are, you know, so many other things which are fantastic. Whenever you feel for some kind of food, you will find it here, including European, if you miss that very much. So no problem with that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Definitely have to come back here.
It's our first time, but I think not the last one.
Akhirnya, apa yang kita pelajari hari ini bukan sekadar tentang bagaimana Malaysia dilihat oleh dunia, tetapi tentang siapa kita sebenarnya sebagai sebuah bangsa. Selama ini, mungkin ada antara kita yang tidak sadar betapa bernilainya negara ini kerana kita hidup di dalamnya setiap hari. Kita anggap keselamatan sebagai perkara biasa. Kita anggap keharmonian sebagai sesuatu yang sudah sepatutnya. Kita anggap keramahan sebagai budaya harian tanpa menyadari bahawa semua ini adalah kelebihan besar yang tidak dimiliki oleh banyak negara lain. Apabila orang luar datang dan menyuarakan kekaguman mereka terhadap Malaysia, disitulah kita sepatutnya berhenti sejenak dan bertanya kepada diri sendiri. Mengapa kita tidak lebih menghargai apa yang kita ada? Malaysia bukan negara yang sempurna, tetapi ia adalah negara yang dibina atas nilai saling menghormati, toleransi dan kemanusiaan. Di sinilah pelbagai kaum, agama dan budaya boleh hidup bersama tanpa paksaan. Di sinilah keamanan bukan sekadar slogan, tetapi realiti yang dirasai setiap hari. Kesadaran ini penting kerana naratif dunia tidak akan berubah jika kita sendiri tidak berani menyatakan kebenaran. Jika kita hanya berdiam diri, persepsi yang salah akan terus hidup. Sebab itu, suara rakyat dan pengalaman sebenar perlu diketengahkan. Dunia perlu melihat Malaysia bukan melalui tajuk sensasi atau laporan berat sebelah, tetapi melalui realiti kehidupan sebenar rakyatnya dan mereka yang pernah datang, tinggal dan mengenali negara ini. Di sinilah peranan Arus Perdana. Platform ini bukan sekadar saluran hiburan atau reaksi semata-mata. Arus Perdana wujud untuk memberi pendedahan yang jujur, berimbang dan berfakta tentang Malaysia kepada dunia. Kami membawa cerita sebenar tentang rakyatnya, budayanya, keselamatannya, kemanusiaannya dan nilai-nilai yang menjadikan Malaysia unik. Bukan untuk memuja tanpa kritikan, tetapi untuk memperbetulkan persepsi yang salah dan menampilkan kebenaran yang sering disenyapkan. Kebanggaan terhadap negara bukan bermaksud menutup mata terhadap kelemahan, tetapi berani mempertahankan kebenaran apabila negara ini dinilai secara tidak adil. Sebagai rakyat Malaysia, kita mempunyai tanggungjawab moral untuk menceritakan kisah sebenar negara kita agar generasi akan datang tidak membesar dengan rasa rendah diri terhadap tanah air sendiri. Jika anda merasakan video ini membuka mata, menyedarkan atau membangkitkan rasa bangga terhadap Malaysia, jangan simpan perasaan itu sendiri. Kongsikan video ini, jadikan ia suara sokongan kepada kebenaran. Setiap perkongsian adalah satu langkah kecil untuk melawan naratif yang tidak seimbang dan menunjukkan kepada dunia wajah sebenar Malaysia. Teruskan bersama Arus Perdana, kerana selagi ada persepsi yang salah, selagi itulah kebenaran perlu diperjuangkan. Malaysia wajar dikenali bukan melalui cerita orang lain, tetapi melalui realitinya yang sebenar. Terima kasih kerana menonton.